Spring is finally here, and I'm so excited for it, but I'm also on a budget. So I want to show you some of my favorite affordable pieces that I'm going to be styling this spring. Some of these pieces today have been gifted to me by Quince. I think that they are perfect for me because they are great at making timeless pieces that are at a really accessible price point, and that's exactly what I'm aiming for. As someone who aims to have a higher return on investment and a low turnover when it comes to my wardrobe, that is like the perfect brand, and they also fit my budget, especially in this cost of living crisis that we are all currently living in. So this sweater vest is a really good example of clothes that can be both winter and spring. I think that a lot of us feel like we have to buy things for one season or another, and I feel like this is a really good middle ground. I love sweater vests. I love that they're trendy. I actually got this because I was really inspired by my own grandfather. Not only is it in a color palette that I love, but it also just is so easy to style and can look so flattering on your figure. I also wanted to pair it with black jeans, and then I decided to match it with some really, really fun mesh shoes. I did not realize how much I was going to love flats this season because I'm a short gal and I always feel like I want to wear tall heels to make myself look taller. But I really embraced my height and I really started dressing for comfort instead of style, which has actually been quite good for me because my knees were starting to give in at like 28. So having some very cute flats, these mesh flats are really fun, which is a great way to contrast how serious the rest of this outfit feels. Even if I were to throw a jacket on this, it would probably be like one of my cashmere wool coats, which is also very serious. And I don't want all of my outfit to just be business. I wanted a lot of it to be fun. So I actually find that these fun shoes are like a perfect way to just add a flavor of fun and playfulness in a way that like a pair of boots or a pair of heels wouldn't. This was one of those style moments that I just kind of threw on and be like, let's just see how it goes. And I ended up loving it. So I am currently wearing a very super feminine dress where has all of these like frilly details, it's tiered, and it is also very ruched at my body. It kind of gives off that milkmaid vibe that's really trendy right now, and it highlights my body in all the right ways. Especially as a petite woman, you don't want your dresses to go too far, but you also don't want them to like land mid-calf, so having this one where it shows my ankle is just like the perfect length as someone who is 5'3". So it's just a lot of fun, and I feel like I could just throw those on. I felt like it was a little too feminine because as someone who loves wearing modern feminine things, I want things to be feminine and girly without feeling like I look like I'm being playful to a point where I look like a child. I want things to still have like a very serious element to it, which is where I went for this blazer. But a regular black blazer felt too bland. So I grabbed this one that I've had. I bought it from Nuuly after I rented it, and it's just been so much fun. So I found that these two very feminine and playful pieces together just made the outfit look a lot more interesting. The fringe of this makes the piece so much more fun. I am trying to find ways to incorporate more of my fun clothes into my wardrobe, and I feel like this is a good way to do it because it doesn't feel so stark and serious. There's so much playfulness going on between the dress and the jacket. I decided to go with a really just simple slingback heel that I got from Vivaya when I did a collaboration with them, just to kind of balance that very playfulness with something a little bit more stable, something a little bit more grounded, something a little bit more simple. And I find that the contrast of all three of these pieces is just so much fun to wear. I was going for something that was both very masculine with some feminine touches, and I found that the really crisp white button-up would be something that would fit really well, but I wanted to add a little bit of something different. So this very gauze-like button up with the buttons I've loved so much. I think that it is super comfortable and also really breathable. The hardest part about spring is that one period of time where it's freezing in the morning and then it's super warm in the afternoon, and I feel like this is one of those outfits that can transition really well between both. I went for all navy because this is a pretty boxy top. It can make me look really small, like it could overwhelm my figure if I didn't think about it strategically. So I decided to pair it with high-waisted sailor jeans. I love these. I think that they are very fun. They kind of remind me of Jane Birkin. And I decided to pair it with some flats. So the flats over heels is more a comfort thing. I want to start walking my dog more, taking a little bit better care of my physical health, and this is like perfect because you don't really feel like you're wearing flats, but you're very much still wearing super comfortable shoes. And the pop of red can really contrast the all naviness of this outfit. I also threw in this brown bag. I know that these are two different colors, and I'm okay with them being two different pops of color, but I love this bag especially because it is my go-to everything everyday bag right now. And when I carry my laptop, I just carry it in a separate bag, which is surprisingly matching this one. And I just want something that's really easy and fun and light. When you are small, a really big bag can make you look really, really small. And I wanted to combat that. So this is my go-to relaxing, getting brunch with my girlfriends kind of outfit. I think that this is really fun and really functional for the weather without being so dark that it fits my winter wardrobe, but also feeling very light and airy and feminine and spring-like. It is one of my favorite things to wear right now. So I got these trouser shorts last summer when I didn't actually get to wear them that much. So bringing them out this season. And this is exactly what I would wear to just run out and hang out with someone, to just throw on a bunch of clothes to just get out the door. I like this because it kind of gives off that very polished country club vibe between the sweater, the trousers, and the very crisp white t-shirt. However, I don't want it to exactly play a part. I feel like if I wanted to, I'd be wearing some form of sneaker of going to a golf course. And if you are someone who's in a little bit more of a colder climate, you can totally wear tights under this. I have been a huge fan of wearing boots and shorts recently. I've been really leaning into this Miu Miu 1960s, 70s kind of vibe. And this is that perfect middle ground for me. It's just super fun to wear. And I just feel like I'm having a great time in it. So with this trench coat, I feel like this is an outfit that you don't really expect to be seen in wearing. I think the one thing that's really fun about this outfit is it is not so much chaotically thrown together. It looks like it was intentional, but grabbed from so many different pieces. I feel like trouser shorts are a great addition to your spring wardrobe, especially because you could dress them up or down. I feel like this is a very casual outfit that looks very intentional. Both the t-shirt, the shorts, and the sweater are extremely affordable, but they are also not something that I would only wear with just this one outfit. They're pieces that I can mix and match. They're very intentional in my wardrobe. They filled a purpose. They filled a gap. The boyfriend sweater is something that I talk about in half of my videos at this point because I love them so much, especially with the durability. And having the white t-shirt shown under and the trouser shorts just seems like a really fun outfit that you just kind of throw on and run out the door and have a great time. I don't really want to feel obligated to style my pieces in a certain way, and I feel like this is perfect. So if you're a petite woman, you know that there are a few things that are always going to work in your favor. Monochrome outfits and mini skirts. And I find that this is perfect, even though I am belting it with two different colors. I love the black and brown combination together. I feel like this is a very fun outfit. It's just really easy to throw on, put together. I also feel like it's just kind of effortless. This is something that I styled in winter that I'm also going to wear in spring, which is important when we talk about the functionality of clothes. You want your clothes to very much be intentional and will actually fit your wardrobe, so it can be more than just for one outfit. I love this combination. I just think it's so much fun. I think this miniskirt was a massive, huge hit when it came to my wardrobe. I didn't expect me to wear it as often as I did. I really was worried that I was getting something and I was not going to wear it that often. And this is the perfect getting something that will last you a long time kind of piece. And I highly recommend finding some form of skirt that would fit that narrative for you. So having a mini skirt with tall boots has been great. I am super pale, so I don't like to show a lot of leg. So this is a perfect amount of leg for me. You can see how pale I am, but it's okay. I'm going to really dive into self tanner later today, but it's just a fun outfit. That's what I care about right now, just having really fun pieces and really feeling excited about my wardrobe. And I wanted to find something that was going to be very playful. So these two together is very playful, and the monotoneness is just very serious and looks very stark. So adding a very fun element to it can just break up that very intentionality, making you look a little bit more effortless, like you just kind of threw it on. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.